Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Daytime Dracula. We're going to do a little podcast today. This is the first podcast I've ever done. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Everything Under the Sun. I am Daytime Dracula, and just in case you were wondering, I am dressed up like Daytime Dracula right now. I would not go cheap on you guys. I would not throw in the towel. If I'm going to be talking like Daytime Dracula, I'm going to be dressed like Daytime Dracula. So don't think I'm just here in my boxers. I have my cape on. I have my shirt. I have my pink fanny pack. I have my permanent marker widow's peak, which a few people have told me is unhealthy for me to do. But hey, to each his own, right? And that's segueing kind of into what I really wanted to talk about in this first episode. Just being comfortable with yourself and how that is a process. And you might look at other people and say, oh man, they have it all together. Maybe they do and maybe they don't, but the only person you can speak for is yourself. And so if it takes you, I'm 35, right? I'll be 35 in a month, and I feel like for the first time really in my life, I know who I am. I'm comfortable with who I am, but there's things I want to improve. And some people you might look at and say, oh man, they've always been confident ever since they were 5 or 6 or middle school. I'm pretty sure that there's people that come to your mind that you think that you knew back in the day, whether that be at school or at work when you were younger and you thought, oh my God, this person just has it all together. They might have been more physically in shape. They might have, been more popular. They might have had a trait that you wish that you had. They might have been just someone who randomly stuck out in your mind. You're like, oh man, that person. Well, the thing is if old Joe Blow down the street has it all together at 7, then life is going to be pretty boring. Because what if you just woke up one day and you're like, oh, cool, who I am? I'm comfortable. That's it. And then what do? You just exist? I'm telling you, I don't know if I'm being melodramatic or over-dramatic or, just over the top like I usually am, but man, every day is like a goddamn marathon. It's like an obstacle course. Every single day is like a mental obstacle course of just, who am I? What's going on? What can I do to improve this? And without it, would you be the person that you are? And this probably sounds like flip over for side 2. This is Tony Robbins' self-help tape. That's not really what I'm trying to get at. I'm just getting at that it's a process, and it's okay that you're still learning. I didn't ever think that wearing a cape and, doing Daytime Dracula would be who I was or what would help me reach people, but that's exactly what it is. It's presented itself. And so I just have to roll with it. Because there's definitely times when I was younger, I thought, oh man, if I was more athletic, if I was this or I was that. And you really don't get to choose who you are. It's always been you. You get to define who you are. You get to mold. You get to refurbish, but you don't get to at least in my opinion, and please remember, all this is just my opinion. This isn't like Iron Law. This isn't like the Third Reich with Daytime Dracula. This is just me expressing what I feel is right, is that I didn't get to choose who I was. I had to uncover who I was. You feel me? You're born and you're you. You are you, you are you, you are you. Like those, when you're a baby, you're at your most pure because no one's came along and programmed you yet. No one's tricked you into thinking that you weren't good enough or that you were way too good, or no one told you, hey, country music sucks and you shouldn't listen to it. And so you grew up going, country music sucks, I shouldn't listen to it. And then one day you hear Conway Twitty or, Townes Van Zandt, and you think, oh my God, like country is amazing. It just took me to find this country. And so everything that you're always going to like, everything you're always going to do, it's been in you since you were young. When you were a baby, you were a clean slate. And what is a clean slate? What is a blank piece of paper? What is a brand new hard drive? To an extent, it's infinite space. And that's what we are. We're infinite space. With a piece of paper or a hard drive, there's a limit. There's only so much you can draw before you go off the page. There's only so much you can download on your computer before your hard drive goes, okay. And there is definitely a limit to your knowledge, but there is no limit to what you can do inside of that. So you don't really know how vast you are, right? You're not going to know everything. You're going to know a few things. Every time you learn something else in your mind is going to get kicked out, and you're just going to realize that there's only a few things you really want to know or need to know, because trying to figure out it all is completely pointless. And so in that regard, just like the hard drive and just like the blank piece of paper, there might be a limit, but what you can draw inside that is infinite, is limitless. You could think of whatever you wanted to draw, whatever you want to put in your mind, and then you realize that there is a limit for a reason. There's a cap for the purpose of trying to figure out how to word this, because I'm just kind of spitballing here. I'm just kind of, freestyling, if you will. That limit provides a space that you can give a clear, concise thought, entity, factor, and give that to people and give that to the world, but most importantly, give that to yourself. If you come to yourself and you have this handful of ideals and ideas who you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to do, and you say, here, this is all you, this is all you, this is all you, this is all you, this is what you don't like, this is what you do like, this is what you're supposed to be, this is who you're supposed to like. You're supposed to like girls, you're supposed to like guys, you're not supposed to know, you're supposed to be confused, you're supposed to be judgmental, and you go, whoa, I don't want all of that. That's what you've been, handed to ever since you were little, ever since you learned how to talk. Oh, you know how to talk? Well, who do you like? Who are you going to vote for president? Who are you going to be? It's all these things like, Jesus Christ, man, can I just go and live my life? And then you realize that all the things they handed to you, you don't want anymore, and you give them back, and you just want one thing, and that one thing is all you need, and that one thing is you, it's yourself, who you always were at the beginning, right? And it's this beautiful thing, because it is you, and you are it. And in the most lovingly selfish way possible, nothing besides you matters. It doesn't. Because without you, there is no this. Even though I would still be alive, you wouldn't be alive. And you would not have the perspective of you. And I think that that's what it goes back to, is that the awareness of the blank slate, the awareness of the grid, the awareness of the infinite nighttime sky. If the stars weren't spaced out inside infinite darkness, sorry, I sneezed. I should probably edit that out. But we're going to leave it in because it's just running. If the stars were filled the night sky to capacity, what would it be? It would just be this overbearing light, and you'd be like, Jesus Christ, man, can you turn it down? But the stars are spaced out in almost unfathomable amounts of emptiness so they can exist. These burning balls of inspiration suspended in darkness of boredom. So this is episode 1 Daytime Dracula, everything under the sun. Thank you so much for listening. Oh God, that's someone. Actually, so who just texted me right now is someone that's been helping me with Daytime Dracula, and this person came into my life so unexpectedly, so just out of the blue. But it really wasn't out of the blue, it was out of the infinite. And now I have someone that cares. And if you look around, you got people that care about you. From the bottom of my heart, the most sincerest I could ever say this, I love you so much. Even if you don't, even if you don't like Daytime Dracula, if you don't mess with it, I still care about you. And I know there's things out there that care about you back. So thank you so much for listening. This has been Daytime Dracula, everything under the sun. Cut.